Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Roethlisberger's Steelers.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Virginia. The Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by... They're all set as they'll match up with the Seattle Seahawks. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Maxwell. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Thomas Rawls with his first carry. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
2nd and very short here, less than a yard. Penalty, it's Rawls. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
First down, this is Rawls. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Second down following the run. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a third down. They run it again with Lacey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So not exactly jubilation over on that visiting sideline, but at least a high five or two for their kicker as he gets them the first points of the night here on the opening drive.
And 3 points are not to be underestimated. You're on the road, under the lights, national TV audience. You want to come out and look good, and that's a good start right there.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. They'll give this to Bell running right. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football. And ready for 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jaron Reed in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 2nd down, Rawls. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A Seahawk 1st down. Wilson to his big target, Graham. They'll run it now out of the gun. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll try to run with Rawls. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 39 that time.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He finds his running back, Rawls. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the offense in that middle ground here on third down, 5 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
On is the punter, Ryan, to send this one away. Now Brown. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try the right side with Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
On third down, Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And it's a big turnover there on the final play. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Little motion now from the tight end. They go again with Rawls. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Wilson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. James Harrison. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's John Ryan now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cliff Averill in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he motions the wide receiver. They'll go for it with Bell. Bell sheds him off. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The tight end changing his position. Wilson again to Rawls. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. On 3rd down, here's Lacy. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Well, the offense got the ball in a good spot, but they went nowhere. They settled for 3.
Brandon, I think it's safe to say that was a major disappointment. Had a great opportunity, excellent field position, and did not be able to move the ball at all. Big-time letdown.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They go play action here on 1st down. Out left side here to Bryant. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. In motion left comes Brown. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And that will be incomplete as time has